What happens if you build a huge social media following and then for whatever reason that platform that you've built your audience on is no longer available? Your business is wiped out. The most surefire way to build a sustainable business is to build an email list, which is something that you own. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing 7 practical tips on how to build an email list so that you have people to buy from you when you're ready to sell your online course. Before you dive into audience building, you need to get some foundations in place. And the first thing is to get an email service provider. Now, I recommend finding one that allows for segmentation and tagging because this is going to allow you a lot more flexibility in knowing your audience. So for example, in a couple of minutes, we're going to be looking at lead magnets or freemiums. I'm just going to call them freemiums from now on. But you might have 2 or 3 or 4 or more freemiums, and it's really helpful to be able to tag your customer based on the freemium that they chose, because then you can be a lot more targeted in your messaging to them based on what they signed up for. So if you want to do this, then I recommend using ActiveCampaign. I'll leave a link for that in the description below. The reason is they allow for great segmentation, tagging options, workflows and automations, and it's at a good price. So this would be the first place to start. Speaking of freemiums, you need one. And if you don't know what it is basically a piece of valuable content that you are giving to someone in exchange for their email address. Now this could be something written like a PDF or a checklist, cheat sheets, all those kind of things. It could be an audio, it could be video, it could be a challenge, it could be all kinds of different things. So actually I have already done a video on this topic, so you can go ahead and check that out if you want some more ideas. Once you've created your freemium, then you need to actually promote it, and you can do this on your website banner. You could do it in Facebook groups, Facebook page, your Instagram bio. You can do it in the Facebook Lives, Instagram Lives, in your pillar content. So if you're doing blogs or podcasts or YouTube videos, in your email signature. Basically, you just want to put it out there and blast it out so that people can find it and sign up to your email list. You can also build your list by hosting a challenge, which you can do as a Facebook challenge or as an email challenge. And this is a great way to really build your email list exponentially. You could also host a giveaway, and this is a great way to build up your social media channels as well as your email list. And do make sure that they do get on your email list as a result of this as well. The key here is basically to choose a prize that is congruent with your content and the ideal client that you are wanting to attract. So there is no point, for example, choosing an iPad that pretty much anyone is going to want to just get on your list so as they could potentially get the iPad, but they're not necessarily your ideal client. So it's better to choose something that is really in alignment with the kind of person that you want to attract, because they are going to be the key target client that is likely to buy your course. So you don't have to spend money for it. You could, if you've got something available, actually offer that as the freebie. So if you have the course available already, you can offer that. But if it's not created yet, then maybe you could offer your coaching, one-on-one coaching for free, or a series of coaching for free. It doesn't have to be that you have to spend money on the giveaway necessarily, but this is a good way to build that email list. Another thing you want to do is try and get some PR opportunities, and by this I mean getting featured in articles, in blogs, podcasts, YouTube channels, all that kind of thing, because then you get exposed to a whole new audience. Now the thing here is to make sure that the audience is congruent to the kind of ideal client that you are wanting to attract. So for example, there is no point really in trying to get a Forbes feature if you are a gardener, because it's much better to go to a gardening magazine, because that's where the gardeners are, for example. Try and find those places where you can be featured where your ideal client is already at, and when you get the opportunity, as you often do at the end of these things, you get the opportunity to share your social media handles and all that kind of thing. Make sure you also share your freemium, because this is what's going to get people onto your email list, and because they are targeted, or they're a targeted audience in terms of you've chosen the right place to find them. These are going to be the right people for you to sell your course to when the time comes. So once you've got all these people onto your email list, what are you going to do with them? Well, I encourage you to send 1 email a week as a general rule, and this can be centered around your pillar piece of content. So if you are producing YouTube videos or a podcast or a blog, you can put all of that into your email that's going out once a week and let people on your email list know about that new content. You can also, when they first sign up, is enter them into what's called an email nurture sequence. And this is basically like 3 to 5 emails that they get within the first week or so of joining your email list. This gives them an opportunity to get to know who you are and also to see what value you have to offer them. So I encourage you to really think about these emails and make them very personal so that they are getting to know you as a person, and also make them high value. So give them away some of your best content so that they can be like, wow, this person has got so much great content and I'm going to keep opening their emails. Because the last thing you want is for a whole lot of people to be on your email list, which costs a lot if you've got a lot of people on your email list. But if they're not opening your emails and seeing the content that you're providing, or when you come to sell your course, they're not opening your emails, then you've got a problem. So you really want to build that relationship as soon as they get onto your email list, and then keep emailing them every week with valuable content that helps them with the kind of content that you are providing for them, and ultimately the course that is going to provide a more major solution for them. Okay, so are you already building your email list? And if you are, what strategies are you using? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications on future videos related to creating online courses using video. Stay creative, and we will talk soon.